film industry, you talked about films and how we portrayed in films. We were not authentically actually portrayed in films. And there's a whole reasoning behind it too, because they want a lot of times people don't want they didn't want like if you okay, I'll give you a really good example. Let's talk about Bollywood, for example.
Yeah.
Our perception in Bollywood from day one has been comedy, or we have been like the jokers,
Santa Banta jokes.
with like Santa Banta jokes, or the movie Sardarji, or like things like that, right? Son of Sardar. They're making fun of us all the time, and not showing the good side of, like, not showing what the true Punjab is in general. So, like you talked about, like the big glass of lassi, that's not being portrayed properly. Like I've seen some representation now when it comes to like the movie Mastane, for example.
Right.
There was a little bit of representation, yeah.
No, I agree and disagree with you at the same point. The reason I'm saying this because is I'll take you back to I think year before 2008, 2007, right? And I think in 2007, 2008, the movie came in called Singh is King. Akshay Kumar the movie segi, right? And before that, Sikhs were portrayed as people who are just there in Bollywood movies, like drivers, like perceived as like not educated, like pind de bande, and also the fact that we are here just for the comedy, just for the jokes. And all I'm trying to say is like after Singh is King, Akshay Kumar tried to change the perspective of how Sikhs are perceived in Bollywood movies, and from that perspective, and I think we have grown to see the perception of Singhs as warrior. And like I saw Animal movie yesterday, right? And from that perspective, I realized, like you said, Singhs, are like our warrior community, like the Sikhs are the warrior community. And I have seen that perspective from the Animal movie. And not how we've perceived as Sikhs, but they also give tone to how the pug should be look like. They give very clear perception of how look of a Sikh should perceive like, a Sikh man should perceive like, Sikh woman should perceive like. And they give very detailed perception of that. Pug nowadays in the movies you see pug is very clear, दाढ़ी बनी हुई है सब अच्छे तरीके नाल perceive करते हैं, and I think we are breaking the barrier of that. uh, Punjabi movies, let's talk about Bollywood. Punjabi movies, the aspect I think we're changing a lot. The content that is bringing in regional areas, especially in Bollywood, it's great. Diljit Dosanjh, he has taken Sikh community to a huge another level. And I think one of the interview I read about him, he was saying that when he was entering into Bollywood, people were saying him you should like make movies without the pug, and he was like, pug is my crown. I'm not going to do anything without it. If you want to keep me in Bollywood, it's good. If not, then I'm okay with that. I'm not going to remove my pug. And I think he also has made the biggest impact in Sikh community in in an industrial way.
Yep. I agree with Diljit Dosanjh and some of the movies being really good. But my initial thoughts when it comes to representation or just talking about films, I was like, why did it take them so long?
Yeah.
Why didn't this thing happen before? And that's where I've been thinking, like, wait, it's happening now. Like, makes sense. It's happening now. But what happened to like the past like 6 or 7 or 8 years? Why didn't it happen then? And it's also because of a lot of the awareness that came through media, that has changed things or the perception of who we are today, even in India, and that has brought what's happening now.